Meet
Kev,
my
Kenshi.
locked Ultimate Iron Man.
After a rough night out, Kevin woke up in the middle of a desert without an arm. What a hangover! So the plan Kevin decided to come up with is to find the nearest city without using a compass or any landmarks because it's a fucking desert. The best part about the world of Kenshi is that there totally isn't any wild animals or slavers out to get you in the desert. Would you look at that? Kevin sees the city over the sand dunes. Wow, isn't the world of Kenshi so safe? All Kev has to do now is talk to the city guards and go in and I guess plan out the rest of his life. Well, that's not what I expected. Yeah, I think Kev's gonna ask for pity considering that he's naked and missing an arm.
お前はもう死んでいる。何?
What the fuck is this shit? As if this man's life wasn't hard enough, they chop Kev up with katanas, throw him over his shoulder, and just say, fuck it, let's just start carrying him around the city, parade him around a little bit, you know. But as Kev's lifeless, unconscious body was tossed into the rusty old tetanus-filled jail cell, this wasn't the end of Kev's quest. No. This was just the beginning. Yep, just as soon as someone patches Kevin up, you know, can't have prisoners dying in your cages. As soon as someone patches Kev up, he's gonna get up, he's gonna pick the cell lock, and he's gonna escape, and he's gonna thrive, baby.
A few moments later.
Yeah, Kev's dead. No one ever came to heal him. Oh shit, it's Kev's older brother, Kevin, in the same exact situation that Kev was just in. That's wild. You may be wondering why Kevin's story is different than Kev's story. Well, one major reason why is that Kevin chose to go to the city directly south instead of going to the evil city that murdered Kev upon entrance.
What the fuck is that? What is that?
Yeah, so all that shit I said about Kenshi being a really safe world, that was just a bunch of bullshit. Bunch of bullshit. Kev was the type of dude to ask for pity. But Kevin's a doll. He doesn't ask for no pity, right? He just walks up, he knows it's against the law, and he just says,
Pussy!
So you might think that didn't work, but actually, it's all a part of Kevin's plan to infiltrate and get them from within. So this time, the guards actually came to patch up the wounds, and now all Kev had to do was wait out his sentence. Now Kevin's free, but he still only has one arm, no food, he's naked, and he has no bearing on his surroundings. So what's the first stop for an alcoholic that still doesn't remember how he lost his arm after his last night out? The bar. Even though he doesn't have any money, he looked at the shopkeeper's inventory. But going to the bar was a good call because now he can be a degenerate and steal food. Because he is malnourished, he doesn't have any food at all, and he hasn't eaten in days. Right when Kevin thought it was hopeless to find food in the bar, jackpot. Only problem is not being discovered. Even though we knew we sounded the alarms, we had to keep trying to take as much food as we could before we went on the run again. And I'd like to point out, I almost had the juke of the sentry if it wasn't for the awful pathing going downstairs. Yeah, it's bullshit. And now we had an even bigger problem. I was bleeding and I needed bandages, but I couldn't afford to buy any bandages because all of my value was in stolen goods and you need to sell them to a fence or you have risk of being caught. Not only that, I had a large bounty on my head, and that means running into any city guards means that I would be captured. Did I mention that it's also nighttime, so the only shop available is the bar, which I just got kicked out of for stealing, and I tried to revisit to try and sell my stolen goods, and I got called a thief and was told to get out. And you might be wondering why Kevin's just running around in circles, but that's just because he's practicing running. He wants to be fast so he can escape his thievery victims. Finally daytime and the shops are open, and what the fuck is that? Is that the front or the back? So the rest of the time in the city wasn't that eventful. I found a shop that would buy my stolen goods. I saw guards chop down a farmer and I stole his clothes so I finally wasn't naked. Got caught selling stolen goods and had the guards chase after me, and then I sat in jail for about 80 minutes real time, and I just had to sit through that. Also, the guards stole all of Kevin's clothes and all of his items besides his bandages. Kevin wasn't done with the city yet though. He went around and stole everything in sight, enough so he could buy a backpack and some clothes. He just had one more trip to the shop before he was done.
Fuck! Fuck, 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 fuck!
Yeah, I think it's time to go.
He must be bluffing. I mean, what would that make him? Double ascended?
And this, what he's doing, is to go even further beyond!
It was at this moment he knew. He fucked up.
So after that exciting escape, Kevin made his way to Way Station, and for the first time in a while, things were starting to look good. He had enough cash to buy things from the bar, and there was a bed for rent upstairs to heal. Not only that, but there was a copper deposit right by the base for a consistent source of income. One-armed Kevin beating the shit out of metal. Kevin also found two other degenerates, Asafi and Blue. Once the band was looted up, money was made from mining, they were ready to dip. With the new degenerate companions, Kevin knew exactly what he wanted next. He wanted an arm, and the only place to get that arm was from the Deadlands. The easy part is that the gang only has to head west. The hard part is, once they get into the Deadlands, it's very dangerous and no one knows how to navigate. They don't know how to get to the city, they just know where it is. You see that darkness over there? Yeah, this ain't no regular biome, homeboy. This is the fucking Deadlands.
Watch your profanity.
Yeah, it rains acid and all the water is acid too, by the way.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again.
Oh, hey, they made it. A robot named Sad Neil joined the party.
I have crippling depression.
And there it was. The legendary robotic shop that Kevin's been looking for. And Kevin decides between two arms he likes the best, and he buys it from the keeper, and that's it. He has another arm. Who am I kidding? Kevin's a degenerate. He reloaded that save, ran right back there, went upstairs, stole two arms, put it on, and then dabbed on the owner wearing his stolen fucking arm.
You didn't steal shit. I let your broadcast have it XD.
Guys, I just want to let you guys know that you did a fantastic job today. We went to the Deadlands and survived. I got a new arm.
Shoot me in the face! In the face! Do it! Shoot me in the face! Face, 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 face! Now! Bullet in the face! Want him! Need him! Gimme, gimme, gimme! At the sound of the bell, it will be face shooting o'clock! Bong! Knock, knock! Who's there? Shoot me in the face! End of joke! I'm gonna sing a song! Shoot me at the end of it! Da-da-da-da-da-da! Bong! I noticed you haven't shot me in the face! Curious as to why! Maybe you're weighing the moral pros and cons, but let me assure you that, oh my god, shoot me in the goddamn face! What do you
Neil, you get us every time. Seriously though, what are bullets? Next time on Kevin's Quest. I'm Kevin, bitch, can't you read? I'm getting chased by the fucking hive. I'm getting fucking chased by dinosaurs! What do you mean you can't splint a severed leg?